I think we do Black Lotus. I think we do Black Lotus. Everyone's been freaking out about Black Lotus. This is a big. This is a big deal. This is a
Black
big
Lotus
deal.
UEFI bootkit source code leaked on GitHub. The source code for the Black Lotus UEFI bootkit has been leaked on GitHub, and an expert has issued a warning over the risks. The source code for the Black Lotus UEFI bootkit had been shared publicly on GitHub, albeit with several modifications compared to the original malware. Designed specifically for Windows, the bootkit emerged on hacker forums in October last year, being advertised with 8-level capabilities such as secure boot and user access control, AWAC, bypass, and the ability to disable security applications and defense mechanisms on victim systems.
UEFI level. That means when your computer is booting up at the beginning, this shit is loading first. This is basically touch in your BIOS.
Able to persist in the firmware, Black Lotus can be used to load unsigned drivers, and has been observed exploiting CVE 2022-21894, a year-old vulnerability in Windows, to disable secure boot even on fully patched systems.
People were freaking out when this first happened.
In April, Microsoft released resources to help threat hunters identify Black Lotus infections.
And then NSA and CISA.
NSA published guidance to help organizations harden their systems against the threat. The Black Lotus source code that was published on GitHub on Wednesday has been stripped of the bat and drop exploit targeting CVE 2022-21894, and uses the bootlicker UEFI firmware rootkit, but contains the rest of the original code. The public availability of the bootkit's source code represents a significant risk, mainly because it can be combined with new exploits and create new attack opportunities.
100%.
The Black Lotus leak shows how old rootkit and bootkit tricks, combined with new secure boot bypass vulnerabilities.
Apps here, guys. Apps here. So I gotta help her bring in the grocery.
The Black Lotus leak shows how old rootkit and bootkit tricks, combined with new secure boot bypass vulnerabilities, can still be very effective in blinding a lot of modern endpoint security solutions, Microsoft told Security Week in an emailed comment. In general, it shows the complexity of the supply chain on the Microsoft end, where the fix had been more syntactic and not mitigating the entire class of related problems below the operating system. And to be clear, Black Lotus was adopting an already publicly known bat and drop exploit, he continued. Although CVE 2022-21894 was patched last year, Black Lotus was able to use the exploit because the vulnerable binaries were not added to the UEFI revocation list. This shows how even patched vulnerabilities can present long-term, industry-wide supply chain impact, Microsoft pointed out. Enterprise defenders and CISOs need to understand that threats below the operating system are clear and present dangers to their environments. Since this attack vector has significant benefits for the attacker, it is only going to get more sophisticated and complex, Microsoft noted.
Oh, did you get it? Alright, so let's take a look at this. This is Black Lotus. Black Lotus is the UEFI bootkit for Windows. Secure boot bypass. Basically bypassing, kernel level protections. Okay. So agent and admin interface, very normal shit. Usually for botnets, right? And for rats. Written in C and assembly. Sorry guys, that stuff's never fun. Windows API. This is the .NET API. No third-party libraries used. Really nice. Live off the land. Native stuff. Windows native. Sad way to end a rather fun bike ride, dude. Honestly. Good luck to them. Good luck to the people on crack driving like that. Compiled binary includes the user mode loader is only 80 kilobytes. This is something that's very, very notable about this. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny loader. So this is something we talked about actually previously when we were first analyzing Black Lotus. Secure communication using RSA and AES. So references here. Default panel credentials. You could launch your own version of this bootkit right now if you'd like. It looks like. Yeah, okay. It's got all sorts of commands. Delete toggle type, okay. Command list. Download kill. Question mark, so if it's something else, I guess. I don't know a lot of PHP. Type created country code, GUIDs, executed parameters, options. So this is kind of like part of the command and control here. And then they're going to have just probably pretty normal, yeah, login, just a little login interface. What's under private? Probably nothing too wild. Okay, so the type of info that it's going to pull and store from a client. Right? Here's a bot. Bot, client, same thing. Right? It's a box that they're popping. The ID, the GUID, the IP, the operating system, the architecture, the country, the username, and some other stuff. Last seen, first seen, right? So have we seen it recently? When was the first time? This is something that also in enterprise environments, we have very similar stuff, very similar tools like Sophos or SCCM, where you're able to take a look at all this data. You'll actually get all these data points. And the last command sent, right? So like for remote management, right, it looks pretty similar. A lot of this stuff looks pretty similar, guys. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. That's not fun. That's not fun at all. Sorry about that. Wish I didn't have to do all that. Some C! Just a header file. Common headers. Okay. Sorry, guys. What are we looking at right now? Black Lotus. This is a UEFI bootkit that was leaked. Okay. So just setting up like API keys, like Windows API keys, just like functionality here. Allocated pool, memory. Some functions, key functions here. No, I just got home. Okay, so there's a lot of code here. But basically, the TLDR is... what is the TLDR? Well, I mean, the bootloader's out there. That's the TLDR. The bootloader's on GitHub. How did Black Lotus get leaked? Well, that's just not known. I don't know. Black Lotus's source code has been leaked on GitHub. The bootkit has an incredibly small 8 kilobytes. I think that was the correct number. Let me double check. 80. I'm pretty sure it was 80. Loader. Wait. Why doesn't it... It's supposed to be really small. Where was it? I thought I just read that. Like 90% sure I just read that. thought I just read that it was 80. It was small. Okay, well, I literally just thought I just heard that, like when we were watching and when we were listening to it. The NSA and who was it? It was not just the NSA though. It was also CISA. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it was CISA. CISA. Black Lotus. I'm 90% sure. Yeah. The NSA released guides to mitigate Black Lotus. In June, and Microsoft published guidance in April. This nasty piece of malware can disable secure. Hey, how you doing? Disable secure boot and overwrite the Windows bootloader. Whoops. Damn, bro. Thank you. Thank you, app. Oh, man. Woo-wee.